Good morning, Spiritual View family. How are you? It's Marsha again, back on Monday with your Motivational Monday reading. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and took advantage of that beautiful energy we had on Saturday. I saw people I hadn't seen in decades, and it was very lovely and beautiful. Um, this week, we have more fantastic energy on tap for us to continue to manifest our dreams. And when I say dreams, I mean the big ones, out of out of this world manifestations. And certainly by Saturday, I think some people are going to be realizing things that they put in motion back in December. There is a culmination or a pivotal point or something released this weekend. And why am I saying that? Well, this week we have the sun ingress into Gemini. That's some fantastic energy, as well as a Sagittarius full moon. That's at 2 degrees also. So we've got this interplay of opposite energies. Venus is coming into the mix this week, and she will be making fantastic conjunctions to Jupiter, just sweetening the pot for all of us. Now, I will say we are going to have a moon in Scorpio Monday evening into Tuesday. That energy will also be building into a T square. So Monday night, Tuesday morning, there may be some information in the financial markets or difficulties in communication, difficulties in commuting to work on Tuesday, perhaps. But really, other than that, the energy this week is just fantastic. So if you had a chance to catch our Friday episode of The Spiritual View, that was episode number 3, where all of us came together and did a roundtable. And the topic of last Friday's discussion was the Fool and the Fool's journey, and how, stepping onto the spiritual path, what that looks like in many different ways. We discussed our favorite cards. We shared some personal stories about when we were called to embrace that energy and the steps we took and the things we did and how they turned out. So also, we offered up a giveaway in last Friday's reading. You will need to be subscribed to the channel. You will need to have commented on last Friday's episode. So I will put a link to that below. Please go check it out and leave a comment so we can include you in the drawing this Friday for a free reading with the reader of your choice. As you know, we are all certified through Mary Jo over at Soulful Revolution, and it's just been a wonderful, fantastic experience. And this is just a little way that we can give back to you. So also, like this video right here, okay? Give me some love, show me some love, Salty Mama. I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Mystical Wisdom deck. I want to take a look at the energy specifically for today, and then see what spirit advice Spirit has for us as the week rolls along. So let's do some oracle cards, some tarot cards. I'm going to pull a crystal, eternal crystal card, and of course my sweary affirmations. Let's go. Okay, first card out, intuition. Trust your intuition. Now listen, I feel like Sagittarian energy is, let's call this an Aquarian version of a Sagittarius, okay? Aiming ahead like a unicorn. Creative, anything is possible, believing in serendipity. That is a wonderful way to start this week. Face your fears. Release the power of fear. Listen, it is a full moon. This the Sagittarius full moon at 2 degrees may call us to release something. And I think that something is, let's talk about what Sagittarius is. Higher mind, learning, travel, adventure, but it's also our beliefs. Okay. So there may be some self limiting beliefs that must be purged, faced, and let go of. And you are beautifully supported in this energy of Sagittarius and Venus do just that this weekend. And underneath, we have choices. Make the best choices. Of course, we want to make the best choices, right? Look how that rainbow energy is just lighting up her like crown chakra. I feel like this week you are going to follow your intuition. And in doing that, you will be able to make better decisions. When you get out of your head and into your heart and ask your heart space what she really wants, be still and listen to the body, will give you clues, right? And the best choices to make. What does my heart want? What is the path of least resistance? Those are two of my main criteria when it comes to a decision that I feel kind of torn on. You've got to drop into your heart and into your intuition. Okay, let's get after some tarot cards this week. I'm going to pull some cards for the energy of the collective. We're going to find out what the opportunity, overarching opportunity of the week is. We're going to find out what the underlying challenge of the week is. And then we're going to pull cards for each day of the week. And this time, I'm going to stay on that plan as much as I can. I know the last Monday video I did, I said that was my plan, and then Spirit kind of came in and we did something else. So here we go. Collective is showing up as 10 of Cups. I love that. That tells me you did have a good weekend. You are looking forward to the future in optimistic ways. This is divine love, happiness, alignment in home and family with support. I love that. Whoa, clarified by the Empress and the Moon. Wow. Well, certainly with this Jupiter energy coming in, I do expect some unplanned pregnancies to be taking place. But what this also tells me is we are full and pregnant with our creative endeavors. We are just about to pop. It tells me you've been doing the work. You've been stepping out of your comfort zone to create a life that is in line with what you really want. It's a true creation from you that took care and nurturing and is going to bring forth massive abundance. And I feel like this intuition card, this moon coming up this weekend, will be a conclusion and definitely manifestations of things that were set in motion in the new moon of Sagittarius that was on December the 12th of 2023. So think back to that time. You may want to look at your journals, scroll through social media, look at your pictures, what was happening, what was coming up for you. Certainly if you journal, that's the best and easiest way to look at that time period. But for those of you that don't, you should. But take a look, like I said, at your social media feeds and what was going on. So let's find out the opportunity, the overarching opportunity for the week ahead. One card, please, Spirit. Opportunity is to finally make those difficult choices. Halimia, right? We've got choices twice on the table now. A big week of choices. Probably still dealing with, with Gemini season coming up, I feel like this is probably hidden information coming in that we just didn't have access to before. Don't avoid it. Even like I said, with that difficult Scorpio moon Monday night into Tuesday, there will be difficult communications, but it's one foot in front of the other. At least the hidden information is coming out so that you can make better choices about your future. Because, wow, Wow, this future is fantastic, right? I love that. Okay, we'll give it one shuffle and find out the challenge in this week. What's the challenge of the week, Spirit? King of Cups. Okay. King of Cups energy is Scorpio energy. So there's our challenge. I mean, we were just talking about that, the moon being in Scorpio tonight into Tuesday, coming into a T square. The challenge is to remain, I think, in a place of compassion and being mature and balanced in our own feelings, not reacting, not reacting. More of a calculated response to emotional events that may take place. Staying balanced in our emotions this week may be a challenge. You know, I also feel like with this Sagittarius full moon, listen, things can get wild and out of control. You can absolutely overindulge to the point of probably gluttonous regret. Um, Interesting. Okay, let's pull some cards for the week. I'm going to lay out 5 cards Monday through Friday. We're going to see what's happening for the week and what energy each of those days are going to be grounded in. We'll clarify if we need to. Okay. I'm going to lay them out real quick and then I'll talk to you about them. On Monday, today, we have 7 of Wands. Excuse me, 2 are stuck there. 2. Tuesday, we've got the 2 of Cups. Okay. Wednesday, leading into the Judgment card. Thursday, Queen of Cups. Oh, lovely. Friday, 8 of Pentacles. I like that, even though Fridays are days I generally like to take off. We might be honing and mastering some skills, looks like, by Friday. Okay, and underneath the deck on Monday, we've got 4 of Swords. Rest, relax, receiving day. Tuesday, we've got Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Wednesday, grounded in Knight of Pentacles. Thursday, oh my goodness, grounded in the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, that's interesting. And Friday, 7 of Pentacles. I love that. Okay, I'm going to shuffle one more time because we have that Sagittarius energy this weekend. I want to just get maybe one card for Saturday as well. Oh, lovely. 9 of Cups, grounded in Page of Wands. Fantastic. Okay, let's talk about each day. Today, Monday, as I said, difficult choices, weighing some options, and hidden information has come to light. And it may have you a little emotionally destabilized as we go into the evening. Communications will be difficult. As I mentioned, with that moon in Scorpio, not a place, the moon does not love that. But provided you can just, I think, remain grounded, as I mentioned, don't react emotionally. You want to kind of plan and prepare strategically ahead. I'm going to read from the Sapien Symbols book, the 2 degrees of Gemini and 2 degrees of Sagittarius before we leave. But this is really about knowing how to temper yourself, really. On Tuesday, again, we've got waking up to the moon in Scorpio, coming into a T square. We're going to be asked to stand our ground, hold the line with our boundaries, boundaries probably with regard to communication. And this is fantastic energy for meditation. You know, sometimes in defending your position or boundaries, wands are action oriented, but sometimes the action of stillness is very strong. And I think that's what you're being asked to do on Tuesday. Lean into solitude, some recuperation. If you have a space that feels like a sanctuary, maybe running a hot bath would be great for kind of decompressing that energy Tuesday evening. Now, Wednesday, astrologically speaking, Wednesday into Thursday is just going to be fantastic. But let's talk about what tarot says. On Wednesday, we've got the Two of Cups. This is unified love, right? Mutual attraction, coming into partnership. So whatever difficult communication we had, it led us to this kind of nurturing and practical space of romantic love and connection grounded in the Queen of Pentacles energy. So a fire energy in a masculine energy in a feminine persona, if you will, generous, welcoming, sensible, caring, loving, and kind. So that is fantastic. On Thursday, there are some final decisions, absolutions, right? We hear the call. We see that we've had this awakening and we're not going to shy away from it anymore. Supporting that energy is the Knight of Pentacles. We love that. A very slow moving card, but that's okay. As I said before, that Sagittarius new moon, albeit it really lends itself to long-term strategic planning, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So I love this energy. Thursdays are generally Jupiter ruled days anyway. So with this card coming in, slow, steady, hard work, right? Knight of Pentacles is the energy of Virgo. So you might think of the Hermit card. Might need a little more introspection. And then on Friday, outwardly, we've got the Queen of Cups. Did I pull extra cards? I feel like I might have. Oh, those are my themes. Yeah. We are now on Thursday. I am so sorry. We looked at the themes as Monday. Anyway, this will be our Thursday card. I'm so sorry. Thursday, Queen of Cups. We'll go back over this real quick. Nonetheless, we have compassionate, warm, and caring energy grounded in the Hanged Man in reverse. So Hanged Man in reverse speaks to delays, standing still for sure. It can speak to a little bit of victim mentality and apathy. So we may want to guard against that. So let's back up here. On Monday, Monday is the day we are keeping our boundaries and right, heading into the Scorpio full moon, where we're going to rest and recuperate and contemplate. On Tuesday, there's some electric energy around partnerships. Again, we're going to be asked to make some choices. I would wait till after the energy comes out of that Scorpio full moon, but those choices are going to be grounded in this nurturing energy of the Queen of Pentacles. On Wednesday, final decisions. That will be the Judgment card day, grounded in this beautiful, practical Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, those can kind of be opposite energies. Sometimes when you get a judgment, an epiphany, you can really be knocked over, right? It can almost feel like a tower moment for sure, but grounded in this card, I feel like this is something that is almost welcomed. Friday, we have the compassionate Queen of Cups, right? In the flow, supportive. And that is grounded in this Hanged Man in reverse. We're going to clarify that card for sure. but I think we're being asked to not move so fast. Maybe something has, sparked us to want to make some movement, but this card really is saying, no, hold on here. There is something I'm feeling like there is yet information you have that's going to help that final decision. And it may come late on Friday or even on Saturday when we embrace the full moon energy of Sagittarius full moon. And that energy is grounded in the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So I'm getting chills now because I know what my Sabian symbol book says about this degree when it comes to Sagittarius energy. And it absolutely speaks to taking the long view in continuing your manifestations. But this is mastering a craft that will bring sustained material wealth and gain. That is absolutely beautiful energy. As I mentioned, I'm not often one for hard work on Fridays, but it looks like on this Friday, as we head into the weekend, we are being asked to dedicate ourselves, definitely dedicate ourselves to a craft or a path, could be a group of people. I know that Wednesday energy is fantastic for collaborations. So you may be getting with a group and brainstorming some ideas, but the Sagittarius full moon energy, wish fulfillment and adventurous excitement. I would expect nothing less for Saturday. As I mentioned, I don't want you all overindulging on Saturday. It can be a bit hedonistic in that Sagittarius energy. So what a fantastic week. We go from difficult decisions, stepping into a place of letting go of fear, into our intuition, final decisions about creative partnerships. And it could be a business partnership, a relationship. I really feel like this is still many of you stepping into letting people see that you have been spiritually awakened. And even if that you're not outwardly sharing gifts, I mean outwardly speaking about the awakening that is happening in you. And in doing that, it ripples out to everybody else. Okay, so before we go, I want to quickly read, because we have those opposing energies of the Jupiter at 2 degrees and Gemini at 2 degrees, I'm going to quickly read from Sabian Symbols, A Screen of Prophecy. And if you know anything about the symbols or how to kind of use this material, you always round up. So if it's 2 degrees and so minutes, you round up to 3. So I'm going to read 3 degrees of Sagittarius. If you have this book, we're on page 277. 3 degrees of Sagittarius is 2 men playing chess. Okay. Keyword is ability. The theme here is the battle of the minds. Interesting with that Jupiter energy. This symbol speaks to extraordinary competency and to mastery, as it is achieved through mental discipline, imagination, and the ability to profit or learn from experience. The image of 2 men playing chess dramatizes intellectual competition, and it highlights the importance of strategy and long-term planning. Here is a necessity for patience, sustained concentration, and the ability to predict the moves of the other and think before acting. It's going to be very important. Here also is an emphasis on being able to respond effectively and forcefully when the unexpected occurs. The goal in chess is to limit the king or the highest authority figure by blocking every move he could possibly make. The suggestion here is that a potential loss of freedom is at stake. In the positive and at its highest, this symbol represents unusual intelligence, a keen insight, and a love of mental challenge. On the negative, it represents psychological one-upmanship or a lack of cooperation. So today the accent is on a strategy or planning your moves wisely before you make them. The opportunity, your greatest advantage will lies in knowing the habits and behavior patterns of those you are dealing with. Be willing to make short-term sacrifices for long-term gains and have a plan. Have a plan for long-term gains, okay? I love that. Guard against leaving yourself wide open to attack or letting yourself be rushed into making foolish mistakes. Don't hurt your chances of success by exposing your hand too soon. I think that is very much speaking to this. That's the clarification for me in the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, let's read 2 degrees, which will actually be 3 degrees of Gemini. So we have that sun ingress this week. So we have the sun in Gemini, moon in Sag. Okay, 3 degrees of Gemini, the garden of the Tuileries. Keyword is luxury. So the theme is the fruits of privilege. This symbol speaks to artistry and to aesthetic self-expression. It also speaks to self-confidence and authority that come from social power and wealth. The image of the gardens of the Tuileries focuses on the magnificent gardens constructed in the time of Louis XIV at the formal royal palace in Paris, and it emphasizes grace, luxury, and beauty. It also alludes to the historical preservation of those things that express the value of any group of people. On a practical level, this image suggests the identical benefits that flow through to society through a creative use of time and money. At its highest, the symbol represents philanthropy and the support and encouragement of all forms of creative expression. In the negative, however, it can represent hedonism, boasting, and pretense to social superiority. Today, the accent is on aesthetics and artistry. A visit to a museum or a cultural institution can lift your spirits and stimulate your imagination. The opportunity here, your greatest advantage lies in enhancing the beauty of your surroundings. Try hanging new paintings, buying flowers, or even rearranging furniture. But guard against name dropping or trying to impress others with your social standing. Trying to curry favor will be seen for what it is. Interesting kind of opposite energies that we're going to temper this week. But we have lovely supportive energy from spirit, from the astrological movements at play this week. So let's wrap this up with an eternal crystal card and a sweary affirmation. Okay. An eternal crystal card, sweary affirmation. Here we go. A crystal that we can focus on and meditate with this week will be iolite. Iolite, Iolite. What a gorgeous, beautiful color. Rich, vibrant. See if I can get off that glare. Wow, that's beautiful. Kind of a deep purple, royal purple. Hello, Jupiter, bigger than life, coming through. This card, it's telling me, relates to the family and the third eye chakra. I'm just seeing what my intuition picks up on. I feel like Jupiter is calling forth for us to remember. I mentioned our beliefs in ourselves, those beliefs that sometimes come from family, ancestors. I feel like this is just saying you are well supported. Your third eye will be receiving downloads this week. So iolite, if you have that, I don't have this stone. I may have to go out and find some. It is gorgeous. Kind of earthy in the actual stone. I don't know if you can see that there. Kind of brown and earthy and a little bit amethysty. Okay. underneath we have this, I just saw this because it's travel, root and crown chakras. I don't know that I would pronounce this correctly, but I see it's a 10 card. This one is a 20 card, both super spiritual numbers, travel and family here. Maybe you'll be traveling to see family. The stone, I would hesitate to try to pronounce that. Cerussite. Cer Carusrite? I know I've just slaughtered it. Excuse me. Wow, that's beautiful. I love the structures of how that crystal is growing. You know, Sagittarius energy does speak to travel. You will grow through travel for sure. Like I said, maybe even traveling to meet family or families traveling to meet you. Let's get our sweary affirmation card and get going for this day. Probably running way, way over, but that's okay. That's okay. Soulful Revolution, as I mentioned, go over and watch that Friday video, subscribe to the channel, comment on last Friday's video so you can get into the drawing for a free reading this week. We will draw for that on Friday. Please do, if anything in this video resonated with you, please like this video and leave me a comment. I would love to get some feedback, how we can improve, or me personally, anything that you liked or disliked. I would love for you to share that. So, okay, Spirit's saying, shut up and get a card. Here we go. Get up, show up, and show the world you're a fucking legend. Well, Soulful Revolution, don't mess around. I love it. Get up, show up, and show the world you're a fucking legend. Keep manifesting your dreams this week. Keep doing the hard work. Come back and tell me what happens on Saturday. I want to know who's manifesting big dreams and what comes in on this Saturday. Okay? Until then, guys, I am out for the week. I will see you later, and tune in the rest of the week as the ladies on the Spiritual View bring you further episodes Monday through Friday. Okay, guys, bye for now.